Alright, everybody, welcome back to Ascension eSports Elder League. We're now moving into Game 3 of the Peanut Gallery versus Toxic Kittens. Now the series is tied even, 1-1. Toxic Kittens did end up taking first game despite having a bit of a disadvantage with the AFK, or DC rather, but now we're moving into Game 3 with...
and your boy Xyleon is back.
Oh yeah, Xyleon is coming back in place of Kina, who was a sub used in place of Xyleon in the second round. But now we have Toxic Kittens back on the red side, whereas Peanut Gallery is now over here on the blue side again. So far, bans are looking pretty standard. JSGP over for the Peanut Gallery bans, and then on the red side, we've got the Corky band away right now. I'm expecting to potentially see a Syndra ban here in the third slot. Cho'Gath was a bit of a problem as well, but I primarily saw Cozy popping off throughout that last game, so I'm assuming that we'll see a Syndra ban in the third ban, and if not, then I'll be thoroughly surprised. Because I don't actually think there's anything else that's too high priority that needs to be banned out.
Yeah, they're definitely not gonna let them get Cho Sedge again, though. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's for sure. Both those champions actually being taken away in draft. Yeah, there's the Syndra ban. Now,
I mean, Maokai's still up.
Yeah, Maokai is still available. Would not be surprised if it picked up. Yeah, looks like that was the first pick.
Interesting.
So, Killer Z has two champs banned away, but I mean, Syndra and Corky are his comforts, but regardless, he does have a fairly wide pool. So I'm curious to see what he's going to whip out this time. Orianna is still available, although nerfed, she's still quite a good champion. We do see Shen picked up by Red Flame again. Didn't have a bad performance last game, it was simply a mix of miscommunication with his ults and a few early laning issues. But
Prungle's Warwick is up.
yeah, the Warwick is available. They did opt to ban Sejuani this time, so he does get that comfort pick in the Warwick.
It'll be interesting to see if they send Maokai top or jungle.
Yeah, definitely acts as a flex as of right now. But we should see here what they plan to do with it. Okay, the jungler is actually not picked yet here by Desrux, so I'm assuming that, well, actually, Maokai still acts to flex here, yeah, so,
just another Sivir comp
here. Yep. Maokai Sivir, definitely a very big force to be reckoned with, as most tank Sivir comps are. Nass is picked up by Rigel Q. Unless we see some cheese with Desrux in the jungle Nasus. I've seen it actually a couple times recently. Not in competitive play, but I've seen it around and doesn't seem too bad, though it does get bullied in the jungle quite a bit. So far, though, I think Sivir pairing up with Nasus, as well as having CC in that Maokai, can add up for quite a devastating team fight if Nasus is able to get stacked up enough.
Looks like Fog's finally off the Zillion hype train.
Yep.
Still playing.
First game may have just been a bit of a fluke with how fed he got, but now second phase of bans, Vladimir will be the first one taken off the table from Killer Z. Still has plenty of options, although I think Vlad is actually a pretty nice option to pair up with something like a Sivir, as having that extra move speed and being able to just sprint into the backline with Vladimir's kit is extremely devastating. The Ashe is banned away from Xyleon, and we know he doesn't actually have the most expansive AD carry pool, so I'm not too surprised that they banned that out.
Xyleon single-handedly pioneered the AFK Ashe strat.
Oh yeah. The semi-early Janna Ardent Sensor may have actually been later because she lost all that early gold from coin. But
no, that's interesting. They opt to ban Taric instead of Rakan. They bullied Sivir Rakan really hard in lane, but outside of lane, I think that Rakan Sivir combo is pretty nuts.
Yeah, the Rakan was definitely putting in work in the fights.
I wonder if they'll try to take it
Wait,
here.
they banned away the Thresh that Shockwave had last game. I'm kind of against that in a way. Well, no, I'm heavily against that because Shockwave, he didn't really make a case for himself in that last game on Thresh. I think his assist smash his death count at 8.
I mean, the early lane phase was definitely going the way of the Thresh Vayne.
Yeah, but we do see.
I mean, how much of that was just Kina playing super aggro, but
yeah, punishing Sivir for using all of her mana on the wave clear. But we see Janna is now the pickup for Toxic Kittens. Definitely a safe support to go with. Do you think that Toxic Kittens should round out their composition with a utility AD or a carry?
I'd probably go for a carry. I think they. Well, Red Flame always goes damage heavy Shen builds, but
True, he always rushes that Titanic.
Yeah. Oh, they're gonna go for Nami instead of Rakan?
That's actually interesting. The Rakan was putting in a lot of work in CC in the fights last game, so I'm surprised they didn't actually go for that again. Maybe they just didn't want to run it into Janna, but Misfortune picked up for Xyleon in the bot lane.
Man, Rakan would have been so good.
Oh yeah, he could easily dive into the back, but maybe I think they were just trying to respect the Janna Q and ult, pushing Rakan out of fights.
Yeah, I guess so.
So I mean, Nami still has the ability to just pop ult whenever Misfortune does, and it can cancel it out. But in the mid lane, we see Killer Z now opting for Victor. What's your opinion on that matchup?
The Victor into Ori? Well, I mean, Ori was one of the mages that got nerfed in the current patch, so I guess Victor's in a pretty decent spot. I think I would still give the lane to Ori, like, slightly.
I think I'm actually going to give the lane to Victor because
really,
yeah,
just because of the shield nerf, or
I think a mix of the fact that Victor has a shield of his own, Ori got a shield nerf, her trading power got reduced from W, and Victor's early wave clear is actually more reliable in that his E damage is not reduced as he goes through multiple targets, and Orianna's wave clear kind of gets reduced as waves thicken. So I think Victor has more words are hard. Okay, lane control because of the E and then the Q trading power. Both of them are also taking heal, so there's no like disparity there in terms of summoner spells.
I'm not really sure what this new resurgence of heal mid lane is, but I guess I'm behind on the meta or something.
It's similar to like Ghost, except it's much shorter, and people usually.
Oh yeah, I mean that was the old reason why maids took heal. They're like, oh, if you're gonna get move speed from heal, like why bother taking Ghost or something? But yeah, I don't know.
I guess it's more around preference, and then the utility for being able to heal maybe for a 2v2 jungle gank or a skirmish. It's pretty nice.
I mean, I think a large part of it is like as soon as one person starts doing something, you pretty much just have to match them because you need it to be even.
Right.
Like you would never want to have like Ghost versus heal if you're gonna be like trading and going for like 1v1s and stuff.
Right, because then you're like
combat summoner on you.
And it gives similar utility in that you get the burst of movement speed to dodge out like a skill shot, which could be extremely important.
Yeah, I mean Ghost was more I think a roaming summoner spell. And I guess like the switch towards heal means like it's becoming more like a lane focused meta. I think roaming mid is still really important as well, but
right. I still like Ghost on some of the mid laners like Talia, for example, who really benefit from like really early roams. But even people like Killer Z are taking heal on Talia too, so I don't know.
Man, this MF is gonna have a hard time surviving.
Oh yeah, she has very low mobility. The peel, it's there, but
yeah, it's there.
it's there, but
I mean, a lot of it is on Janna. Like if Janna mistimes Q with Maokai's untargetability and W, then they're gonna be hurting.
But a lot of the damage that that the peanut gallery can have in these fights and skirmishes is range damage in the Victor AoE damage in the Saber distance, like AoE and Q. Like Nasus and Maokai are still a threat when they dive into you, but it's like how much of the damage can you really avoid?
Hmm.
Okay, we are finally getting past the spectator delay and into the loading screen. One thing I would like to see is whether Killer Z opts for Deathfire Touch or Thunderlords in this matchup. I think personally, since Victor the Q is really nice for proccing Thunderlords early, I would go for that because he has lane advantage, in my opinion. But there's also a case to be made for DFT for consistent poke. Okay, yeah, so he did go for the DFT. Still has relatively good trading power regardless. Other than that, I don't think we see anything out of the ordinary in terms of keystones.
Man, I really would have liked the Rakan with the Sivir Maokai. I think that's like that's an unfortunate choice, but I guess they probably wouldn't have picked MF if they saw Rakan.
Yeah, it'd be pretty misfortunate.
Haha. 12 by the way.
The fuck?
I don't know. Well, we get to see Prungle's famed Warwick.
Yes.
Autofilled jungler, Warwick one trick.
Yeah, let's see what he can do with this comfort pick Warwick.
And Killer Z's still on a champion that can carry. It's
Yeah,
just
for sure.
it's not. It doesn't feel quite as snowbally as Syndra, but
Yeah, it takes a bit more resources and time to get Victor scaling up because of the fact that he has to get all of his core upgrades before he can really start scaling. But regardless of that, I think Victor as a champion is not too bad, and especially if you know how to play him properly, you can have a huge impact on the game with the all the AoE he has.
and blue team like once again opting to pick like a top laner that's not really team oriented. Like they picked Trundle in game 1, and even when they were playing Cho'Gath in game 2, he wasn't really like being like actively trying to be part of the like the team early on at least. Now that they have Nasus in game 3, it seems like they just want like him to be on an island.
Yeah. I mean, Nasus somewhat has a place in this game in that he's against 2 melee champions and then a low range AD carry. But Red Flame is actually getting a bit of harass here.
Is he gonna force smite? He's gonna miss.
He did actually force the smite out from Destrix.
Let's see if he misses any XP.
Yeah.
What the? Did he stop walking? Alright, he doesn't miss any XP.
Yeah, so a bit of benefit coming out from Red Flame going for that early invade solo.
It's actually pretty big because Warwick can come and counter jungle the red
Oh,
now.
yeah. And he got a nice trade onto Rigel Q there. He will sustain
This is
a bit
like-
with that D shield.
Oh my god. This is the most annoying path to do on Warwick because Warwick is so good at killing single target camps with his Q.
Right.
You can literally just like buff to buff to buff and 3 buff someone.
He is actually opting to take those Krugs away instead of the buff. Or instead of going back to his jungle.
I don't know about that one. Warwick's Krugs are super slow.
Yeah, definitely a dangerous thing. Yeah, you can see this Victor's already getting really advantageous trades in the mid lane as Ori's probably hadn't even skilled her shield yet, and now that it's skilled, it's still decreased value. Might actually see a solo kill here on the top lane. Rise of Q does flash out, but Red Flame follow flashes and picks up a kill.
In the bot lane.
Flash out, Mother and Doges, HMTKD. does have to flash as well, so 2 flashes burned in exchange for nothing. So a great early start here for the Toxic Kittens.
Now here's the real test. Will Red Flame give a solo kill back?
Yes,
Because he
he
doesn't
did
back.
stay in lane instead of backing.
Yeah, dude. No, there's no way. But it's like the Red Flame special to.
Yeah, will the Nasus solo kill Shen?
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah. Oh, Deathstroke actually follows the flash of PP Fugnuggler, but Prungles is there to bring a bit of moral support. Zones everybody away from killing his boy. Rigel Q missing some CS. Good stuff out here. I'm surprised Red Flame still is not opted to back.
Oh no, not again.
Oh no.
Okay.
No, he doesn't have the shield. He can't dive without trading a kill back, so.
That doesn't mean he won't.
Yeah, this is true. This is true. You never know, but Rigel Q is getting some sustained backup as he cancels some autos.
No, no.
He will. Oh no, he's got the taunt.
Okay.
The flash follow up from Prungles to stack on the fear, and Prungles takes that one for himself. Says, "Give me that kill. You almost died."
Yeah, that's the problem with picking Nasus top. Super gankable.
Super, yeah, low mobility, and you could say that was a bait from Red Flame, but low key, it's Prungles had that blood scent, saved his ass. Interesting falling trades.
Definitely says, I bet you've experienced getting 3-buffed by a Warwick jungle. You know I have, dude. It's the most fun I've ever had in the game.
Yeah, dude, the percent health damage is insane.
Yeah, it's just with QW, he's actually just so good at killing like one target.
Feels bad that the little creeps on buffs got removed.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Good trading coming out here from the bot lane of Peanut Gallery, though. They have improved somewhat from their bot lane trading, although they are playing against a much more passive AD carry this time around. I think as soon as Killer Z bags and gets his core upgrade for his E, he's gonna have no trouble at all pushing in Fugnuggler and getting roams out. As he did last game, he definitely demonstrated good control of lane with the Syndra, so I think with Victor, who has a pretty easy way to clear early on, after the first back, we have a pause.
Are there even rules on combat pauses? No, but that's like one of the kind of like things you have to play around as Victor. You really can't back before you have gold for that core upgrade. So
right, so
it kind of sucks.
Forced out of lane really sucks. So he's out of mana, but I'm pretty sure he's close enough.
Yeah, I think it's 1250, right? So
right, yeah, I think he should be able to get it.
So yeah, he has it. But if he backs, well, it depends on what the wave is, but
yeah, he is getting pushed in a bit due to his the disparity in terms of mana mid lane. But he should be fine to just push out soon enough. Especially if Maokai comes and helps and get a shove out.
Yeah, he either needs to call Maokai or he needs to like back on a cannon wave. That's one of the things you can do, because cannon takes so long for the turret to kill that you won't actually miss that much CS if you back on a cannon wave.
Right.
Yeah, Red Flame has like a pretty disgusting lead in top. He's almost up 500 gold already.
Yeah. Oh, we're back.
And another top lane gank.
So yeah, here's a top lane gank on Raj Q. No flash to save him, and he will go down to Prungles once again.
Day in the life of Nasus.
Yeah, now the lane will get pushed in before his TP looks. Yeah, it does not look like his TP is going to come up in time. So Deathstroke will be forced to hold that top lane.
Yeah, I really don't like the Nasus pick. I think that was a bit optimistic, maybe, or.
Maybe they thought he could just play it passive, but even now, stepping past his tower a little bit gets him killed. So yeah, now Deathstroke's just getting dove by that Warwick Shen, who are able to tank up tower so easily in the early game. And Stand United was available too, if Prungles was to tank that.
This is getting out of control in this top lane. I don't know.
Yeah, the early game from the Toxic Kittens is looking much stronger than usual.
And Shin hasn't even pressed R yet. When he backs with all his gold, and then he's gonna be impacting the map, while Rigel Q is just gonna be stuck in this top lane, like pressing Q on minions, hoping for like a 40-minute game when he'll actually be relevant. I don't know. I don't.
Right. And on top of this, they just got the blue buff away from Deserux's top side of the jungle, right? And with Victor having to buy a core rather than something like a lost chapter, he's not going to have any mana to sustain the lane. But
Yeah.
Flash Horizon Q's up and his ult, but
Yeah, I think he should be. He has flash and R now. As long as he can hold on to his flash, he should be okay.
yeah. He really needs to start getting some CS, but now Prungles is literally just
Oh
sitting and
my
playing the
God.
3-man top lane.
Leave the boy alone.
Oh my god.
Is this legal? Can we stream this?
The direst treatment coming out from Toxic Kittens
Jesus
onto this Nasus.
Christ.
Red Flame really just upset that Rigel Q got to play Nasus before he did in Elder. Probably called for all these ganks.
Yeah,
on the
and here
spot.
comes the Shennar. Will it
Shen
complete?
R.
Yeah, it will complete.
The Johnny
He hasn't
Shield
bought
saves
yet
him.
though.
Yep. He is low, hasn't bought, but just the sheer level advantage should give him the opportunity.
Oh, the shield!
Comes out
The
from Catt.
shield!
The Johnny Shield comes out as well. She gets the
Oh
bonus
my
AD.
God.
Mother of Doge picks up the kill, but it ends up getting traded right back by John's
Here comes Rigel.
But Rigel Q really wants to get some revenge kills down here in the bot lane. He refuses to pop his ult for some reason. I think he could have resulted in both
Jesus.
those kills. Now he's diving with it. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think he read the patch notes that on that R.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh.
He actually lives.
Okay, a lot of damage getting turned back on those towers. Warwick is going to come sprinting out of base, assuming it goes down to the bot side here.
I mean, this is just disgusting. There's like a 1,500 gold lead just in top lane alone.
Yeah, this is not looking really good for the Nasus either. He's sitting here at 9 minutes in the game with 60 stacks. He's getting under 10 stacks per minute, which is definitely one of the things you never want to see on your Nasus. When you lock in for this kind of scaling composition in the Sivir Nasus, then and even the Victor, somewhat, it's like it's probably really demoralizing to see your Nasus doing this badly in the top lane, getting just camped out by 2 to 3 people at all times.
And Deserox has gotten one of his 4 first buffs.
Right. Does survive for now, but the
Jesus.
Q comes over the wall from Fugnogler and cleans up that kill. 0-3 in the jungle, 1-4 in the top lane. It's looking dangerous for the Peanut Gallery. Their only hope
Killer
is to rely on Killer Z.
Like team?
Yeah. And the sad thing is, both of Oriana's kills have been from other champions, and not even from him in the mid lane. So.
Here comes Shen.
Oh, Mother of Doge just does
Oh
take a kill on
my
shot
God.
from Prungle. It's connected alongside the bullet.
Bullet
what's
time?
MS? Oh, bullet time. Yeah, I was thinking of bullet rain for some reason, but yeah, the bullet time
Make
comes
it
out
rain?
from Zalion. Yeah, make it rain, bullet rain. It's all the same thing. And even though Zalion isn't really an AD carry main, if he finds himself ahead on MF, it really just comes down to press R to win the game.
Yeah,
Especially with this lethality build he's going for.
and they don't even really have anything to interrupt MF ult with,
Right.
aside from like a Nami wave, which will take way too long to get there.
Yeah, he's gonna get at least 1 to 2 seconds of that ultimate off, which is plenty of damage.
That's why I was saying Rakan would have been a really good pick. You can just R and W on top of the MF, and she'll never get a chance. Cancel
Right.
R, or she'll never get a chance to get it off.
And if you do it at like an unexpected moment, it's kind of difficult for Jana to react to that, because she's usually next to her AD carry ready to get charmed as well.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, just the speed of Rakan's engage is
Right, it's
pretty
hard.
nuts.
It's hard to deal with sometimes if you don't have like ridiculous reaction time.
well, like pretty much all they have now is just the Sivir Kai, but that's
Mhm.
against the Janna, so I don't know.
Yeah, they're really gonna have to put all their eggs into the
Just
Killer
the
C
tip.
basket here, but yeah, just the tip of that Oriole connects on HMTKD, is getting slowed up just a bit, drops the wave, Sivir comes through, and HM is actually able to escape with his life. But you can see the top tower is gone, and now Red Flame is just bullying Rigel all the way to his tier 2 tower. you see, with Red Flame's build, he has the Tabbies and the Bramble Vest, so even when Nasus tries to trade back a little bit of damage in hopes of maybe out-sustaining him somehow, he just takes damage instead.
Prungles?
Prungles had the ult available, didn't decide to go for it. Didn't
I mean,
himself.
he just walked right through that gravity field.
Yeah.
Not exactly sure what that was, but
Sicky. Alright. Nice spell shield coming out from other doges to avoid that slow, but it's still quite a bit of damage coming out from Xyleon's
good
initial
dodge.
burst. The ultimate is available for Xyleon. The wave is down for HMTKD as well. They can easily zone off this tower with ultimate. And maybe pop a summoner.
Killer Z just wants a blue buff, man. Come on.
Yeah. It must feel so bad as a champion not being able to build Lost Chapter really early, having to give up all the blue buffs like that. But we see Maokai and Shen coming here to the bot lane. The flash in from Deserex cancels out the ultimate, but not really much else accomplished from that, as he's finds himself in between 3 people and ready to die.
Here comes Killer Z, and he's taunted.
Does get taunted up, gets his ultimate off, and the E damage is coming out, but not enough to overcome Shockwave's Monsoon, and Shen is now just beasting on HMTKD, maybe considering a dive? No, not quite tanky enough, but definitely looking very strong on the Shen, and on the top side of the map, they even pick up the Rift Herald with Prungles and Fugnuggler. And now bot lane tower's going down too. This is looking like a complete stomp from the Toxic Kittens.
Yeah, we got a 5k gold lead at 14 minutes. Not looking too hot for blue team here.
Right.
Jesus. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just looking like a pretty insanely played game by the Toxic Kittens. The Nasus strat didn't really seem to work out, put them really far behind, and now Shen is just able to walk all over everybody he comes across.
Yeah, I mean, it all really started with a solo kill in top lane, so you can't even say that it was like purely him getting camped.
It wasn't really the jungle proximity, but he did end up getting that solo kill. But after the second kill, it just snowballed.
Yeah, and the first kill is what blew his flash too, so that was really what led the series of events that led him to getting camped. But if he had not died and not had to blow flash there, then
this game would be much different.
Yeah, it might have been a bit different. I think he really had to play more passive and respect Red Flame Shen.
Yeah, he walked up so much and just allowed Shen to get off all of his Q autos whenever he wanted to, pretty much. So now we see their front line is so behind that they've become like squishies. Let's take a look at the stacks real quick as he's getting beat on by this Shen. He's 160-ish stacks, it looks like to me. Yeah.
He's ignoring him. Oh, here we go.
Avoid confrontation.
Oh, jeez.
Rigel getting zoned out from his tier 2 tower, forced back to the inhib, and it's definitely not looking too good for Peanut Gallery in this game. They don't really have many options left.
Oh, misses the taunt.
Aggressive dive, and the Warwick ult goes wide as well. There's 3 people top lane. Maybe did not expect this kind of retaliation, but the Rift Tail drops mid. We'll see if Red Flame can survive with all the tank items he's built up so far. Pops the shield, the wave does connect, drops a slow, but he's out, still taken down by Mother of Doges, and Prungles will go down to the likes of Rigel Q as well. That's quite a bit of shutdown gold. That's 2 streaks cut down from the Toxic Kittens. They did end up trading that mid tower though with the Rift Herald, so it's not too bad in the end. When it's all said and done, the Toxic Kittens are still way ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna call that worse for blue team though. 2 shutdowns for a mid turret, and they had to use the rift for it. I think any trades at this point are good for them.
Yeah, equal or greater than is really good for them right now. And you can always hope and believe in the scaling of Decane.
Yeah, I mean, MF is going lethality, so she's not gonna scale too hard into this late game, and you have a Nasus, so And you have a Nasus and a Victor, so
So there is a light at the end of the tunnel for this team. Assuming they
well,
can play
yeah.
right.
At the end of the 50-minute tunnel.
Yeah. It'll be a long trek, but we'll see if they can make it. Um. Looks like Maokai is actually opting for a Righteous Glory next. Do you think that's the right call considering how far behind he is?
I mean, I'm not really sure. The only other item he could have got is maybe Knight's Vow or something, but stuttered the auto. Oh ho. No flash on Prungles.
Oh, my camera was auto-focusing Nasus for some reason. So I was just like, wait, what are you seeing? But then I realized. Anyways, so yeah, there is a kill picked up by Mother of Doges onto Xyleon there. A bit of misposition. Doesn't use any summoners. So
Yeah, and Warwick had to use his R to get out too, so
yeah.
Could be a free dragon, maybe.
Looks like they have some room to get some vision control, but Fugnuggler's still there, 2-0. Nice blast come by Janna. Oh my god, Orianna putting out so much damage.
There's a team fight and I'm watching this action. Nasus cam. Yeah, we're on Nasus cam now, boys.
Yeah, I was on the Nasus cam, just watching the trades flesh out, and then you're just like, yo, Warwick is going in, no flash. I'm like, what?
Jesus, blue team doesn't even get the dragon.
Kittens almost actually getting killed off by Fugnuggler in the mid lane. Forced back while Mother of Doges and HM make their way to the mid lane alongside Deathrush. But we have Rigel versus Red Flame in the top lane. He gets the Q off. Taunt comes through. The shield is there. Does not have.
He's gonna be close.
He leveled up. But Red Flame will go down to the tower. So it's a 1-for-1 in the end. That favors Rigel Q.
Yeah, that's honestly so worth. Shen had to flash there too.
Yeah. So Rigel Q will have flash advantage. TPs are both up for them.
I do think it's definitely in Red Team's best interest to keep this snowball rolling. They have a full lethality MF, so
yeah, I don't think it would be a bad idea to group up and maybe force some objectives with the kind of
they don't need to like. We know that Shen can bully this Nasus at this point, but they don't need to keep him there. Like he has an R button and a TP, and Nasus can't match. And even if Nasus does come, he's not going to be anywhere near as impactful. Flash.
Oh, flashes away from the shockwave coming out from Orianna. Doja stepping up for a bit of a trade here, but Nami
here comes
out.
Xyleon.
Shen ult is there as well. Xyleon over the wall, goes to the ultimate, but does not stay connecting on HMTK for too long.
That was mediocre.
Yeah, a bit of a messed up engage from them for sure, but now on Prungles, KLC and Deathrush are looking for an engage, but Prungles ult
that was his R.
Cancels out his ult. He does not get
what
the
just
jump.
happened?
Red Flame caught in a bubble. He will get pulled in by the W from Victor as well. Some damage comes out, but not too much stems out of that.
Did Prungles just faceplant his R?
Yeah, so he face planted his R, but oh, Mother of Doges caught out from the bush bait from Red Flame. The ult from Deathworks comes out, but nothing really, no benefits stemming from that either.
Now versus AT.
Now it looks like bot lane will just get forced out.
Can we get an instant replay?
on the Warwick?
Yeah, I guess, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe soon, dude. We gotta keep watching what's going on there though, because we got some fights going on.
Yeah, dude, we don't have that capability yet. Come on.
Yeah, don't worry.
we're a one-man crew.
Yeah. They will actually be able to force off this tier 3 tower and maybe even
Silver spawning.
The taunt did not land. Red Flame getting a little bit over aggressive, but the Janna Monsoon pushes away Nami and Deathstroke.
That was actually a good Janna ult, believe it or not.
Really?
They would have lost that. They would have lost that.
I suppose, yeah, you're right. If they overcommitted for those 2 kills, they literally would have just
Yeah,
died
no,
to
that.
Doges and Killer Z.
I mean, they're overcommitting still, but
Yeah, they're
they.
still going in. Red Flame thinks he can take down Killer Z. He's putting out damage, but he does get returned anyways. Pringle's now
I
getting
mean,
chunked out by all 4 of the members from the Peanut Gallery, and that's a inhib
they got
in
the
exchange
inhib.
for some. Yeah, the inhib. It depends on how they play their macro game from here, but it could be worse.
Is he gonna dodge it?
Uh,
Doesn't even need to.
Yeah, wave does expire. Shockwave and Fugnuggler just chilling out here.
Oh.
Flash come out from Deathstrokes. Blue Smite, yeah, he's slowed up. Cannot escape.
Wait,
that
Nasus got like 2 turrets in top lane while this was all happening.
Oh
What
my
the-
god. Here, let's hold on. Let's get back on the Nasus cam real quick. I need to see this.
Yeah, we need to.
Alright, he's sitting here
What?
at 300 or so stacks. He caught up in stacks. He's sitting here with like 336 stacks at 22 minutes after being put back that much.
If Shen can stall them, oh my god.
Huge AoE from Xyleon's ultimate pushes them back, and Deathstrokes does end up going down to the likes of Red Flame,
Prongos
but
are-
Mother Doges.
He misses!
The fear coming out onto Rigel Q doesn't really result in much, but Mother of Doges is taunted up. He will go down to the likes of Xyleon right there at the end of the fight. But, oh my god, the amount of damage that Xyleon put out with even just like half a second of that MF ult was
Yeah,
insane.
if he had just been able to walk like a few steps forward and cast it a little bit further, he would have just
Right.
knocked everyone. I'm not too sure what Prungles is doing with his R's, and
Oh, huge chunk onto Xyleon, and now
wow, that
Prongos
was
chasing in. That was an unfortunate taunt coming out from Dead Flame Evolved. Gets the ultimate off though from Orion and to shut down. Onto
Dead
Lucy.
Flames evolved.
The meme
I
goes on.
say-
It looks like they are making moves onto this Baron, but Rigel Q is up, Deathstrokes is up. Mother of Doges, though, has to answer this bot lane wave, so they don't have too much damage to work with against 5 players.
They do have Monsoon. I think this could actually work.
Yeah, the Baron
That's a
does,
bit preemptive.
Yeah, Baron does get it. No, Peanut Gallery does pick up that Baron. Now Rigel Q is committing for a 5v1.
Xyleon.
5v2. He does get taken down. The Shen ult comes out onto Fugnuggler, and Deathstrokes will be taken down as well. Xyleon traded as a kill, but in the end, it's a 2-for-1 with Baron acquired for Toxic Kittens.
Man, this game is something else.
Ooh, Nasus actually picked up a Righteous Glory of his own now too.
Yeah, I mean, this game has to go at least another 10 to 20 minutes in order for Blue Team to really have any shot at winning a 5v5. But I will say Nasus did get a lot of gold, getting two solo turrets, and then they got the third. They got the mid outer.
Yeah, definitely pulled back for his team there.
And they also picked up like something like three shutdowns or whatever around that bot inhib. So
pretty much walked top in that fight. Like, did you forget about me? Oh, Mother of Doges though getting chunked out quite a bit. The death comes out from Janna, and he will go down in the end. Now
Jesus.
A little bit caught out here as Kozi arrives just in time. Putting some autos on Deathstrokes, doing a lot of damage actually, but he should not be able to stay in this fight as Killer Z is going to exert quite a bit of pressure.
He was just trying to shop.
Tier 2 mid does go down as well in favor of Toxic Kittens. Looking to continue the shove onto the tier 3, but with Shen in the top lane, that might actually get at least 1 tower out of this. Yeah, it looks like Red Flame is able to pick that one up. All the tier 2s now going down, and even looks like the tier 3 will fall as well. So, now that they're exerting the pressure all around the map, they're able to like pull apart the Peanut Gallery here. Xyleon gets knocked up. Looks like Prongles has a big pot.
MF still has.
He's healing quite a bit, but it doesn't really result in anything as he's just sitting there as a living body bag. Oh, now Fugnuggler looking to get some damage on Killer Z, but it's getting chunked out by the burst from Victor. Now Red Flame is caught out a bit here as well. Very tanky, and Xyleon's over the wall with ultimate available. This could be it, but he shoots his ultimate into 2 walls instead of 3 champions. Bit of a questionable decision. Now Rigel Q looking to put Decane on Red Flame's name.
Oh, he actually got him.
Oh, the very tip of that that sword from Shen. Manages to pick up a kill under Rigel Q, but it's a 5-for-1 in favor of the Peanut Gallery, though they did lose 2 towers.
Yeah, they didn't lose the inhib crucially, and then their bot inhib also has just respawned. So I mean,
this could be a turning point in the game for them, assuming they.
Yeah, to be honest, that's all the Baron's gone.
Yeah.
They just need to keep stalling.
Yeah.
Like you saw there, they'll eventually outscale.
Mhm.
Especially if they can if Maokai can actually get on either of these carries through Janna, then they're just gonna die to Nasus.
Right, and
Through
now as we're getting to the 30-minute mark, the Shen's damage from his lead is starting to diminish quite a bit as people start getting like they get their level ups, they get their base stats. He's gonna do so much less damage because all he has for damage is the Titanic. So his,
yeah, the clock is really ticking on this comp from Red Team, especially the MF's build really does not scale well at all.
Right, and her boots aren't even completed at this point.
And she's I mean, she'll destroy the squishies, but she's gonna start having real trouble doing damage to these tanks with just pure lethality.
He's really gonna need to start building into some AD.
Yeah, I mean she's gonna at least need Last Whisper here soon.
Yeah, he does have the Black Cleaver, but
yeah, but that's true. But
the recent nerf as well, it actually reduced the percentage total by like I think 6% or so. Looks like they're setting up a 4-1 here for Toxic Kittens. Looking to maybe pressure out the mid lane while Red Flame goes for that last tier 3 top tower. But if they can't crack open any inhibs here soon enough, then it's gonna look pretty bad for them, despite their gold lead.
Yeah, I think they have 2 mountains, so they can always like try to burn a Baron or something.
Right, they can play around a later Baron. Red Flame is really greeting for this Orianna ball, but Rigel got caught out in the middle of 4 people, but the Navi wave comes down to 4 people. Orianna Shockwave only connects onto Rigel Q. Red Flame actually dies in the backline, and Deathstroke falls as well.
Nasus is still alive here.
But the ult only connects on 1 for a little bit. Zalion will actually die here.
Zalion's tickling him!
For real, a huge shield comes out, and then Bubble locks in that kill for Killer Z, and yeah, it looks like Peanut Gallery is really coming back into this game strong.
We're just getting straight up outscaled, I mean...
The huge winner comes out, and Orianna has no chance. Personally, I'm pretty surprised that Orianna opted to get Illudens rather than going for something like a Leandri's, knowing that they're going to scale up with huge HP bars on the...
Yeah, I mean, they all went for very greedy builds.
Like really greedy burst builds, and then they realized, well, if we don't end in 10 minutes, we're gonna lose.
Yeah, and unless they get some sick wombo off on the carries, and even then, they still have to deal with Nasus. Like,
yeah, I think Red Flame evolved in that last fight was really greeting for like a dive in the backline for the Orianna ball. You saw him running blindly into 4 people, just like they're just running away from him, and he's accomplishing nothing in these fights. And Killer Z also playing these fights really well, getting as much damage as possible out from his E.
Yeah, that's true. I'm not too sold on this Sivir build, but...
I'd have to say the same about the Janna decision to build Locket when you have like 1000 HP.
Actually, I can see the Sivir build, because Sivir's actually doesn't actually have to be one of the primary damage dealers. Like, Nasus and Victor are really going to be like the...
Yeah, and with
the big late game
of Nasus, let's quickly take a peek at the stacks. Alright, he's...
oh yeah, Nasus Cam boys.
410 stacks. Not too many from last time, but he's been grouping a bit more. But now we see Deathstrokes and Mother of Doges committing for an engage here onto Prungles. They find Xylem.
Oh, big shockwave!
Shockwave onto 3 people! But Killer Z looking to return some damage from the E. 2 people died instantly though, and Deathstroke's looking to go down as well. It's a 3-for-0 so far in favor of Toxic Kittens. Now this Baron is looking prime and juicy, or they can even run down mid lane and get two inhibs.
I think I would Baron and reset here. They have some low HP bars, and they might end up regretting this decision.
If they don't respect this Victor and Nasus, they're going to take so much damage. But it looks like Victor's actually going for a quick reset.
Are they gonna greed for a second?
The second is greedy. Yeah, you see just the first like tick of the.
Oh, good taunt.
Oh, nice taunt, but the shockwave is not available. Killer Z though still gonna get chunked out regardless. That's the wave clear for them so far. Mother of Doji is spawning in 10 seconds though.
They don't have any damage to kill Nasus. They don't have any damage to kill Nasus.
Rigel Q is just running rampant, a double bubble coming out from HMTKD right there, and now they're on the run. They've got a lot of speed coming out from Janna, but Frungles
Oh my god.
for the sake of his team, but Shockwave will be going down here.
Why wouldn't you just... Ah.
And now Baron's looking like a prime target for the Pita Gallery. So they went for the greediest of plays there. And
Yeah, there were a couple different plays they could have done there. It wouldn't have resulted in that because Killer Z didn't reset like that fast, so they at least had time to get one inhib and they could have got out for free. But going for that second inhib was greedy. Other than that, they could have just done Baron and reset instead of going for other inhib and then use Baron to try to
crack those inhibs. Yeah.
Yeah.
With the side lane. Oh my God!
Wait.
Steals away the
Did he
Baron
just
with
steal
the
what?
QW. And now it's looking like a pretty good situation for Toxic Kittens.
What
The Baron buff is on 3, but it's still good enough. They've got it on the Shen, and they've got it on their mid laner and ADC. So overall, oh my God, I'm at a loss for words after that one. That Mountain Drake really coming in clutch, bursting out that Baron faster than they thought.
I'm not sure what was up with that Destrex's smite there.
Looks like it's off cooldown to me, but
Yeah, no, it was on cooldown. Why was it on cooldown? Did he early smite?
maybe. Oh, he has blue smite, so he might have smited someone.
Yeah, I think he smited a champion.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it was just straight up on cooldown.
Wow, really unfortunate play for the Peanut Gallery. That was looking like such a good turnaround situation for them, but in the end, Fugdailer came in clutch with.
Not only that, but apparently Fug called it, according to all chat.
Oh, looks like a Shen ult comes in onto Fugdailer after getting engaged on Desterux, but Frungle's jumping in, healing up quite a bit as Killer Z gets bursted out by Xyleon. But now he's getting run down by Nasus. Mother of Doja is now getting turned around on by Red Flame Evolve. Rigel Q really wants this kill onto a Shockwave, but decides to turn on Xyleon. He will go down in the end, and now Desterux is on the run from Red Flame and Bugknuckler. Flash in, nothing else comes out. That's a clean ace. 45-second death timers, and it looks like this will be the game for Toxic Kittens.
Alright. Yeah, that was really tragic. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why you go green smite. just so you're not tempted to smite champions right before big objectives.
At least when you're in team play, you gotta go with the green smite, dude, because it's so much easier when you go for like a blue smite or red smite in the solo queue because objectives aren't as contested as well. But when it comes to that, that's just insane.
Jesus Christ. What a roller coaster.
Yeah.
Let's look at Nasus's damage though. It wasn't actually that high.
Definitely a wild game.
Wow, Shen did the most damage in the game. 35,000.
Really?
Where's the Nasus game stream? They're saying show damage on stream if you can.
Oh, I am.
Okay.
Yeah, so Shen output the most damage that entire game, and it makes sense with how much he was fighting off with that Nasus, and how much early game pressure was revolving around the top lane. But even still, I'm surprised that Victor and Xyleon didn't actually put out more damage, or even Fugknuckler.
Man.
Well,
they should not have been able to get away with that. That was crazy.
Yeah, I don't really think there's any situation where they have green smite on Desterux where they
yeah, I mean, I was kind of joking, but if you do go blue smite, you need to be sure that you're like constantly thinking ahead, like.
Yeah. Like maybe he didn't expect to go for a Baron power play then because of the fact that they were getting pushed into inhibs, but I guess He just didn't. Yeah, it comes down to just not expecting and not looking into what your future plays are going to be. So, anyways, that is Game 3 in the best of 5 series between the Peanut Gallery and Toxic Kittens here in Ascension eSports Elder League. Now it's a 2-1 lead for the Toxic Kittens. Tune in just a few minutes, and we're going to get into the 4th game, potentially the last game of the series, and see just who's going to make it to the playoffs once and for all, or into semifinals. My bad. So yeah, see you guys then.